Hey, g'day guys, it's Adam from VideoShowMeHow, and in today's video we've got a bit of an update. We are going to update our previous video, which was on the strongest, most stable phone mount, phone holder that I've been able to come up with. We've got a few mods to make it even better, so in today's video we're going to run through it all. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, if you haven't watched the first version of this, of putting together and sort of how I came up with that, make sure you head on over and watch that one before you watch this one. I'll link it up the top here or in the video description down below. And also in the video description down below, I'll make sure I link all the bits and pieces that I've used to come up with this, as well as our new parts to come up with version 2. Now, since I did version 1 of this install, I'm still rocking the same components, the same arms. Everything is working really, really nicely. There's no jiggle or anything like that, like you saw me talk about in the first video. It is still in the D-Max. We've been doing a whole bunch of forward driving and that sort of stuff. So if a jiggly phone, when you're running mapping or OBD gauges or anything like that, if that drives you crazy, like it drives me crazy, this is for you. The glorious first world problem that I had was that I still needed a cable to charge my phone. Now, wireless Android Auto wasn't something that came standard on the Isuzu D-Max. It may come on your particular car. I have upgraded the head unit to one of these guys, the Alpine unit. There's a video on how to install that coming soon to the channel if it's not out already, but I still needed a cable to charge it. So I did a bit more digging, and great news, Quadlock now has one of these guys. So with a few other bits and bobs that we'll check out now, we now have full wireless Android, wireless Apple CarPlay, and wireless charging. So let's have a look at the different bits that you're going to need. So like we had a look, you will need one of these new wireless chargers from Quadlock. This particular type is excellent because it is cross-compatible with the setup that we already had on here. So you can keep everything else. All this is doing is swapping out the head to one of these units. And this is the same sort of style that clips in to your phone like the other ones, except instead of this guy that we're rocking in version 1 of this, it literally just unbolts. So you just get your 3mm Allen key, you just drop that guy in here like that, undo it or tighten it up. In our case, we've already got it installed, and then it is as simple as that. This guy becomes a spare, and then all you need is some power. Now, to get some power up to our wireless charging head here, we're using this little module in here. This is a steady module in on the side. I'll link this down in the video description. But basically what it is, it gives us a USB-A as well as a USB-C output power plug. Really easy to install because depending on your car, if you're rocking a D-Max, our little fuse box is right down the bottom here. And what I'm using is one of these guys, which is an ADA fuse. For the D-Max, you need a Micro 2 adapter. Don't get the Micro 1, you need a Micro 2. Looks a little bit like this guy here, or this guy, got a couple going on. Now, as far as wiring that, it is dead simple. It's just a matter of using the two different fuse plugs there to wire together. You can check out the Spotlight video on the channel to how to do that in a lot more detail, but dead simple to use. You plug that guy in, and then on the back of the steady plug here, there's just a positive and negative. Negative you can use over to the side here. There is a little bolt that you can use. That's a negative point there. You'll see from that Spotlight video as well, or the light bar. And then you also have your blue wire there, which is the dash illumination. So that way, when you turn your headlights on, this turns on here as well. I don't know if you can see that, but there you go. You can kind of sort of see that there. So that lights up with all your other switches and what have you there, which is pretty cool. Once that's all installed though, you are good to go because you now have a live USB adapter here. It's literally just plug it straight into your wireless head. And then what should be able to happen, if we turn the car on actually, we'll double tap on our start button. Here we go, just like that, which is pretty cool. Our wireless Android should kick in here in a minute. And then we can just connect this guy up just like that. We can see in the top there that we're now charging, which is awesome, without any wires, and we're now wirelessly connected in to our head unit. So pretty good. And of course, then you've still got all the other benefits that we saw from the previous holder, but now with the added benefit of being full wireless charging. So there we go, guys. That is a quick and simple little video on updating our rock solid phone mount to a full wireless charging version. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you are equally as OCD with your phone mounts like yours truly, and you hate it when it jiggles around. Let me know what you've done. What are you using? Are there other versions out there that are sort of better than this kind of setup? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, a massive thank you to the patrons of Video Show Me How. You are all a bunch of legends. Thank you very much for your extra support. But other than that, guys, as always, I hope that you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.